welcome to episode 8 of the MD Quilter Knits podcast. I'm Beth and I'm your host. We are just finishing our first week of non-essential businesses being open. So I am a official work from home person now. You'd think I'd get lots of knitting done with that, but I have a crazy busy work schedule. So the only thing that I'm missing now is my commute. So I get a little bit of extra time to knit, not having to do the commute every day, but my knitting time during the day has not increased because I've been busy working. And I'm very glad that I have a job to do. And yeah, that will continue for as long as we're able to. And we're, of course, all hoping that this pandemic rights itself soon and that everybody can get back to their normal lives. But until then, I hope you're enjoying watching my episodes, and I hope that I continue to bring them to you on a bi-weekly basis. So how to find me? I am MD Quilter on Ravelry and Instagram. And I don't have any finished objects this week, but I have been working on a few things. And I have another project coming up, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the surprise project that I've been working on for my local yarn shop. That is scheduled to be something for local yarn shop day this year. I am not sure what's happening with local yarn shop day, but I am still trying to get that sample done, and I have another sample that I'm going to be doing for Magpie Yarns. And then I'm going to talk about a couple of upcoming test knits that I have just taken on. So let's get to it. Let's start off with what I'm wearing. I am wearing my newly finished Glenmore. This sweater is so comfy. I love this sweater. I cannot wait to wear this next winter as well. And believe it or not, it has still been cold enough for me to wear it now. Yeah, it's a kind of gloomy, rainy day today, but that's okay because I get to wear my sweater. Hooray! This sweater is, once again, it's called the Glenmore. The pattern is available now. It is a pattern by Isolde Teague, and she's actually going to be starting a knit along for this sweater coming up soon. The yarn is Durée Rum Natura in the Cyrano base, and I chose the Poivre colorway. Loving it. I can't say enough wonderful things about this. The texture in this pattern is so wonderful, super easy to do as well. It's a great first sweater pattern. It is worked from the bottom up, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just super easy to pick up your stitches here and around the arm. There is some customization available for sleeve length as well as for armhole opening. And there's a nice little spreadsheet that comes with, or a little calculation tool that comes with the pattern so that you can customize that to your own measurements. So yeah, super fun knit, and I'm actually looking forward to maybe making another one day. So yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. Glenmore by Isolde Teague. Pattern is available now, and I highly recommend it. As far as what I'm working on a lot of the same things that I've been working on. So we'll start with what I've been mainly working on, which is the Igneous sweater. And this is a sweater that is designed by Mina Phillip, who is the knitting expat. It is a test knit. So if you look at, here's my cute little beaded Progress Keeper unicorn from the Corner of Craft, who is Hannah. That is where I was when I podcast 2 weeks ago. And I have knit all of this since then. I am getting super close to the armhole split. And I have faded in my 5th color here. So this is Dream Color Jelly. We have this pretty pink here, and then color 2, color 3, color 4, and color 5 up here. Get a little closer so you can see that pretty texture pattern. So you have a heavily textured pattern here at the bottom that moves into a lighter texture pattern. And then after we split for the armholes, it will switch into just a stockinette at the top. And I have one more color to fade into this, and then a dark gray for the sleeves. So yeah, got a lot done on this in 2 weeks. It is still living in my 04 bag by Hide & Hammer in the gray wax canvas with the natural handles. Love this bag. It is perfect for this sweater. Yeah, so I can't complain too much about that. I have also been working on my Elton a little bit. Since we can't go into the shop right now, we are now doing virtual knit along. So on Friday evenings, we meet in a Zoom chat room and we work on our Elton. Isn't that fun? We're also doing that for our Wine Wednesday at the shop, which is great. So yeah, so I'm about a little over halfway to the armhole split so that I can start the front shoulders. So this is the back right now. Isn't that pretty? That's blowing it out a little bit. Not blowing it out so much there. So what I am using for yarns, the mohair is Dream in Color. I think it's called Silk Kid Lace in the Strikes Twice colorway. And then Magpie Domestic Fingering in an unknown colorway because this was one of their bootleg skeins. I'm still on the first skein of each one. I do have more skeins available. This is living in a trundle bag from Madder Root, and it's wool on the top, nice gray, like Harris tweed wool, houndstooth, or not houndstooth, herringbone. Nice herringbone pattern. And then orange waxed canvas. And then the inside is that printed cotton with orange yarn balls. Yeah. Another fun little project that I've been working on. Little by little, eventually it will be finished. I don't think it's going to happen by Easter, but that's okay. So next, we have a new project. I cast on my Desert Vista Dye Works socks for March. It's about time, considering that the end of March is on Tuesday. So I have 2.5 days left to finish these socks. I think I can do it. So this is the yarn cake that I'm using from Desert Vista Dye Works. This is the Vista base, which is her basic 75/25 merino nylon fingering weight yarn. And this is the Donuts colorway. And we have the first sock finished. It's still waiting for a heel, but that'll be cut in after I finish the other sock. But we have the first sock tube finished. I did these toe up. So I started at the toe and then knit all the way up. I used the same heel toe do-si-do pattern. I did not make any modifications to the pattern itself. So it'll just be pointing differently than on the cuff down version. And then a 2x2 rib at the top, and then the Elizabeth Zimmerman sewn bind off at the top. That's my favorite stretchy sewn bind off. Yep, so that is sock 1. And then this is my progress on sock 2. So I'm a little over halfway finished the sock 2 tube. I just cast this tube on yesterday, so that's why I say I might finish this tube today. Very, very possible, but I don't have any worries about finishing these by Tuesday. Susan is offering a free pass in the 6th annual Desert Vista Dye Works Sock Challenge, to where if you would like, because of what's going on in the world right now, you can take a free pass for either March, April, or May. If you find that you're just overwhelmed with things going on, or, you know, you're just, sock knitting is not your thing right now, There are instructions on how to take that free pass on her Instagram. So go check out Desert Vista Dye Works on Instagram, and you can see how to take that free pass for the month. I don't think I'm going to need it this month, but you never know what could happen in the next 2 days. As always, my Desert Vista Dye Works sock project is living in my Hohi BA bag. This is from her original run in the gold color. It is very nicely worn. I'm very, very happy with how it's wearing in, breaking in, and I just love, love, love this bag. I would love to get a pink one from Diane at Suburban Stitcher, but those go super fast, and I have not been able to catch one yet, but that's okay. It's okay. I have a BA bag that I love. It would just be nice to have a pink one as well. So on to my next work in progress. This is a new cast on, and this is, I'm going to show you a sneak peek of this project. I showed you the yarns before. I'll show them to you again. We're using Magpie Domestic Fingering in the Swamp Thing colorway. We're using Pretty Nitty Fingering, which is a Knits and Pieces exclusive yarn line dyed by my friend Melissa of Rising Tide Fiber. This is the fingering weight yarn, non-sparkle, in the Chartreuse colorway. And then we're using Yummy Yummy Ching Melted Surrey Alpaca in the Daffodils colorway. Look at that. Yummy, I can't wait to get into this. Haven't started this part yet, but I will. And this is where we are right now. Like I said, I just started it. Doing some fun stripes. I can't really tell you what it's going to be, other than it's going to be a cowl-ish project. But that's the beginning of it. I think it's going to be really cute when it's done. I love these colors together. They're just super fun together. And this is living in a woven, hand-woven tote by Nanette Wake. And she hand weaves all of her fabric and then makes these lovely bags. I have some of her project bags. This is one of her tote bags. Look at that cute little fun peach polka dot on the inside. Nice cotton webbing handles. It's just a fun little bag to carry things in. I really like it. All right. So that's all that I have on the needles. Not too terribly much. I am itching to cast on some more projects. I do want to finish. I need to finish my socks first and foremost. But I also need to finish that sweater for Mina. And then I will be able to cast on some other projects. So the first new project that I'll be casting on, I'm actually swatching for it now, is a sample for Magpie Yarns. Damie reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to knit their sample of the Aurealis, sweater by Jennifer Steingast. It's in testing right now. And I was like, of course I do. I think I might have told you about this a little bit on the last one, but I got the yarns. So the first one, we're using Swanky DK, and that's going to blow it out a little bit. That is a lot less blown out there. This is the Don't You Want Me colorway, and it is a beautiful, like, gray purple. It's just a beautiful, lovely, dark colorway. I'll show you the tag. So this is 80-10-10 Superwash Merino, Cashmere, and Nylon. And for the color work, we're going to use also Swanky DK in the Magpie colorway. This is their signature colorway that is based on their logo color. I think that is going to be absolutely gorgeous together. I'll show you the tag. Once again, that's blowing it out a little bit, but this is showing you a pretty good representation of the color right there. Yeah, I think this is going to be beautiful. And I cannot wait to get it on the needles. That will be, like I said, that is the next thing to go on my needles. I am swatching now for it. So I'm super excited. So the next pro sweater that I'm going to be doing is a Kate Oates pattern. She has a new sweater coming out that is a cute like chevron, lacy chevron t-shirt. And she's doing it in great size range. So I am going to be testing that for her. I ordered the yarn. I have some yarn here, but I wanted to do a couple of options. And since it's a summery type tee, I wanted to do it in a wool nylon or a wool and cotton blend. So I have some Sistari yarn here in a pretty heathered pink. And so I'm going to use that, swatching that for the background, and then the stripes in a pretty gray that I've ordered from the local yarn shop. That should be here this week. And I also wanted to give it a try in the Queensland United, which is the yarn that I'm using for my Velocore. So the shop owner, Karen, and I had a nice little phone chat the other day. And we picked out some pretty grays for the stripes, and then a beautiful, it's called Amber, but it's a really pretty orangish color for the background. So I'm going to swatch both of those, see how they go. If the wool and cotton does not work well for it, then I do also have some Plucky Knitter DK and some Spin Cycle that I can use for the project that are in the stash if I have to. So yeah, I'll be doing quite a bit of swatching next week as soon as that all gets here, and see what works out the best for this project. I'm really looking forward to it. The other pro project is actually a project that the designer reached out to me through another friend of mine, my friend Holly, who owns Fish Belly Fiberworks. She suggested that Kate Salomon reach out to me about testing her new sweater design, which is a collaboration with Green Mountain Spinnery, Fiber Optic Yarns, and Neighborhood Fiber Company. So, of course, when I saw the sweater, I said, yeah, I'm sold. So she is actually sending me a couple skeins of Neighborhood Fiber Company. It's a colorwork yoke sweater. So that will be the colorwork. And then the main color is going to be a alpaca blend from Green Mountain Spinnery. And I looked at the colors available and picked a few, and she is going to go over to the mill, see what works well with the colorwork yarn that she's sending, and then send everything to me. So I'm looking forward to getting those yarns. I do need to check with her and see if it's okay for me to share pictures of progress pictures with you. If nothing else, I'm sure I'll be able to share the yarn colors with you, but hopefully I'll be able to share progress as well. Yeah, so that'll be super fun. And I really appreciate Holly passing her my name along to her so that she could reach out to me. So yeah, so I'll be busy for the next couple of months with some more testing. Luckily, the dates are staggered for those, the deadline dates, so I won't feel terribly pressured to finish everything all at once, which is always nice. And maybe I'll get some of my my projects that I really want to cast on the needles as well. Maybe finish up a couple whips. Who knows? I do want to get back to that Velocore because that is just a spectacular knit. So yeah. So that's kind of what's going on in my knitting life. Oh, my other thing is I've chosen my yarn for the April Desert Vista Dye Works socks. I am going to use my On Wednesdays colorway, which is this pretty pink. Pinks and purples and grays. It's called On Wednesday. I'm just in a pink mood. I need something to lift my spirits. And, you know, pink is kind of my spirit animal. So I'll be casting these on sometime after Wednesday, which is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this will be, this will probably be immediately next on my needles. Or maybe that sweater. Who knows? Time will tell. You'll find out in a couple weeks. All right, so acquisitions. I haven't done that much retail therapy, believe it or not. Actually, what I have received were all pre-orders that were done before the coronavirus hit. Excuse me, I need a little bit to drink. This morning, I'm drinking coffee. Oh, yummy. Using my Yarn Snob mug from Shelly Can. I love this mug. And it keeps my coffee nice and hot. All right. Okay. So, a couple of things that I've acquired since being sequestered, quarantined, whatever you want to call it. I do get to leave every so often. I just can't go out near people. I haven't been exposed. I'm just playing it safe for sure. And that's what our governor wants us to do. All right. So the first thing that I got, I was able to pre-order this from Nerdbird Bakery. And this is the crafter bag. This is a beautiful drawstring project bag with the webbed handles. We have the Nerdbird Bakery logo on the inside. I believe she said this was the last of this fabric. So this might be the last of these bags. It's a navy blue waxed canvas bottom. Very, very well made. I have also since pre-ordered a feminist knit club bag with leather handles. So I'm waiting for that. Also, while I was in the Nerdbird Bakery web store, I picked up some stickers because I have a naked water bottle that needs some stickers. So I got a Bob sticker that says I support Ravelry. I also got a Feminist Knit Club Resist sticker. And then I ordered a set of stickers that includes a baller sticker. Hello. Follow your bliss. And of course, nevertheless, she knitted. So all fun stickers that will adorn one of my water bottles. Yay. And then the only other acquisition that I have is Kirby Barbie, Cherie. She has been dyeing for quite some time. I bought her yarn way back when she first started dyeing. I actually think I have one of her original colorways called Mabel, which is not self-striping, but it is a beautiful multicolored yarn. But one of her older self-striping colors is, she re-released it not too long ago on fingering weight, and I was like, I need to make my husband a pair of socks out of this colorway. I'll explain it in a minute. So I messaged her and I said, how do I get this on Sport? We worked it out. I got it on Sport. This colorway is called Messin' with Sasquatch. That's right. This is inspired by the Jack Link's Sasquatch beef jerky commercials. My husband loves beef jerky, and we love that commercial campaign. So I got Sport Weight, Messing with Sasquatch. And I cannot wait to knit him a pair of socks and then tell him the story. I think he'll love it. There we go. Messing with Sasquatch. There we go. Go figure. All right. So that's acquisitions. Another thing that we have to do is we have to do our 100 subscriber giveaway, which I pulled for before I started recording today. So just to remind you, hold on, sorry. Just to remind you, our giveaway is a little prize pack that includes this Knitting is My Jam bag and this skein of yarn that is sparkly. I hope you can see those sparkles. It is from Nerd Girl Yarns in the Random Fandom Club colorway, This Shark Swallow You Whole, inspired by Jaws, and it's in the Shimma fingering 2-ply base, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% silver toned stellina. There's some information about it. Sorry, there's one of my hairs. All right. So we have those. And then we also have, whoops, there's some things falling out of this little bag. All right. We have some stitch markers from Silver Siren Designs. I realize it says Rajkovich Designs, but she has rebranded to Silver Siren. We have some cute little lay flat to dry made for you tags. And then we have, whoops, it's going to pull it out of here. That's okay. We'll show it. We have this Cocoa Knits bracelet, magnetic bracelet, and the set of 3 curved cable needles. And do I have anything else in here? Let's see. Oh, yes. Cute little enamel pin with a sheep that's knitting. So a nice little prize pack coming your way. And like I said, I drew this right before I started podcasting, and the winner is Chris McKissick. Chris left a very nice comment on the episode 6 comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy coming to you every day. I'm so glad that you eagerly await each episode. Yeah, so what I need you to do, Chris, is I need you to send me a message either on Ravelry or Instagram. I am MD Quilter on both. Send me a private message telling me your mailing address, and I will get these out to you as soon as I can. With this crazy virus going on, it might take a little longer, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into a Ziploc bag so that they stay virus free, and then I'll get them mailed out to you. So yeah, so once again, Chris McKissick, send me a message on Ravelry or Instagram. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy what I'm going to be sending out to you. So other than that, what do we have going on? Yeah, I'm staying home and doing as much knitting as I possibly can. My dog's loving it because I am home all day with him, so I can let him in and out all day long. My husband's loving it because he still has to go to work. He works in the transportation industry, so he still goes to work. He is now going to be off 1 additional day a week. They are cutting back their hours a little bit in that way. So he'll be home on Mondays with me, but I'll still be upstairs working, you know, and trying to keep our business going. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just working and knitting. I am spending a lot of time doing online chats, which is great. We do a lot of video chats. My local kind of core knit group, we get together 2, 3, 4 times a week in the evenings and Saturday mornings so that we can just kind of see each other, talk to each other, talk to human adults, about what we love to do. I used to spend Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evenings and Saturdays at the shop. So I'm really missing that interaction with people at the shop. So it's nice to be able to connect with them online. And then our local shop, we do a Wine Wednesday, and then they do a Thirsty Thursday, men's night, and then knit along on Fridays. So we're doing all of those through Zoom video conferencing rooms now, which is fun. So we get to still connect with people, which is great. Yeah, so, and then on Sundays, I've been doing knitting with the Magpies. So Magpie Yarns, Damie and her crew have decided to host a knit group on Sunday afternoons, and anybody's welcome to join. You can find the information on her Instagram. She posts it over there. So yeah, so that's how I'm keeping busy during this stressful time. I hope you guys are staying safe. Do what you can. If you're not essential, stay home. Don't interact with any more people than you absolutely have to. And wash your hands. That's the main thing. Wash those hands. So yeah, so, and who knew this would be the time to shop the stash first? Yes, we definitely need to keep our local indie dyers and local yarn shops in business as much as possible. But this is also the time to really look at your stash and see if you have what you need to do that next cast on that you want to do. I know that there's a few designers out there that are doing, I know Jessie May is doing a mystery crop top that really pushes you to marl stash yarn. So you don't have to go out and buy yarn, and you can use what's in your stash and just keep going that way. Yeah, so if you have any other ideas of fun things to do during this time of quarantine, go ahead and put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, how you guys are coping with being stuck in the house a lot more than typically is usual. But, I've seen lots of fun memes that say, don't worry, knitters, this is what we've been waiting all our lives for. And they're probably right. We've been waiting for the day when we're forced to use our stash. Yeah, so keep supporting those indie dyers. It's a bummer that so many festivals have been canceled. I know there were 3 local ones to me that have been canceled. Homespun Yarn Party was supposed to be a couple weeks ago. That was canceled. The Allentown Fiber Festival I was supposed to go to next weekend was canceled. And the big one, Maryland Sheep and Wool, the first weekend of May. That has also been canceled. And of course, probably all of the surrounding events associated with Maryland Sheep and Wool will be canceled as well. And that's such a bummer, but we all have to also stay safe. Just follow what people are saying and try to stay safe. And hopefully we'll all make it through this unscathed, and we can do it together. So that's pretty much all that I have for this week. Hopefully I will have some finishes. I know I'll have at least one finished pair of socks next time I record. But hopefully I'll also have a finished sweater to show you. That would be super cool. And another sweater well on the way. Who knows? That would be great. So until then, you guys stay safe, keep on knitting, and come back in a couple weeks to see what MD Quilter knits next. Bye-bye.